Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Cindy. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we break down relationship dynamics in real life and on TV. Check out my playlist in the description after this video. Today, I will be reviewing Married at First Sight Season 13, Episode 12. This season seems to be dragging, and this episode was quite boring, so I don't have much to say, but let's jump right in. We're going to kick things off with Johnny and Bao. Johnny is beating Bao down mentally and emotionally. He keeps complaining to and about her to anyone who will listen. She is willing to do anything to make the marriage work, but at this point, she may need to consider asking for a divorce on decision day. He keeps focusing on the negatives and he refuses to acknowledge the work Bao is putting in. Even after she verbalized that she was not going to quit on him no matter what. She has been extremely patient with him despite all the hurtful things he continues to say. In this episode, he told her that he didn't think that they were compatible. Then he uninvited her to his family function, which I thought was really childish. During the function, he was complaining about her to his family and telling them that he wants a high school romance type of marriage. And it was like, what are you talking about? His uncle was like, you're not in high school anymore. Basically, grow up, Johnny. I knew something wasn't right when he had mentioned he wanted a stage 5 clinger at the beginning of the season. Johnny is looking for love, but he's not willing to reciprocate what it is that he is seeking. He just expects Bao to do all the things he needs and he wants, but he's not open to hearing what her needs and wants are. He really needs to go to therapy to deal with his internal issues. He's got daddy and abandonment issues, and he's taking all of his frustrations out on Bao. He spent time at his own place again, basically abandoning Bao after he started an argument with her. He complains that he doesn't like when they argue, but he's the one starting the arguments. He asks Bao a question, and when she doesn't give him the response he's hoping for, he basically throws a fit. His tantrums are extremely annoying. He acts like a child. Instead of using his words to express himself, he huffs and puffs and starts turning all red, and then he storms off. They had a video session with Pastor Cal, and he had the nerve to say out loud that he wished he was matched with anyone else other than Bao, which was extremely mean. And Pastor Cal called him out on it. He also let him know that he is finding all kinds of ways to basically discredit Bao, and it's just not fair to Bao. I feel really bad for her. She doesn't deserve this treatment, and I think it goes back to him really ghosting her. He never really had an interest in her, so it's like he's forcing himself to quote unquote make this marriage work. He continues to send mixed messages. Bao seems a little infatuated with Johnny. This is someone that she's always had a crush on, so she is in awe that she is married to him, and she seems to want to do anything and everything to please him, but at some point she has to understand she needs to put herself first. Johnny has poor communication skills, and it seems like he's doing all that he can to hurt Bao and to force her to walk away so he can play victim. His self-sabotaging behavior is common in many relationships and marriages. So many people do not have the tools to effectively communicate their thoughts and feelings, so they lash out, which in turn causes their partner's pain. Bao is trying to be strong for the both of them, but his behavior is abusive. Their interaction is a visual example showing that marriage cannot thrive if only one person is doing the work. No one person can carry a marriage alone, and it's really not fair to Bao that she is doing all that she can, and Johnny is expecting something that is just not realistic. His energy is very depressing and toxic. There's really nothing she can do to get this marriage on track until he gets the help that he needs. I really hope Bao will realize she deserves better before decision day. And we as people have to understand that we cannot help those who do not want to help themselves. On to the next depressing couple, Brett and Ryan. So Ryan continues to say he is struggling, but what's the struggle exactly? He simply doesn't like Brett. point blank and the period. I don't understand why it's so hard for him to just be honest. Brett mentioned she craves emotional connection and that she and Ryan have similar communication styles, which is being avoidant. Being avoidant causes situations to get worse, not better. There's never any resolve, and it's just not healthy for a marriage or any relationship for that matter. Ryan met up with his sister and complained about Brett being messy and how he still doesn't feel the spark. His sister told him he shouldn't try to guard her heart by not being honest, and that will actually do more damage than good. And I totally agree with her. What he doesn't understand is him trying to beat around the bush and play the nice guy role. It's not helping. He needs to just be straightforward and honest with her. People have a hard time being honest because they want to avoid hurting other people, but there is a way to be honest without being mean, and it is better to be honest than to lead someone to believe or feel something that is not true. Brett planned an obstacle course type of date at a gym in hopes that it would bring her and Ryan closer. He actually enjoyed the date, but he didn't show any appreciation to Brett, which was really heartbreaking to watch. It was actually a double date with Jose and Rachel. They showed affection towards each other while Ryan just treated Brett like she was the homie. No hugs, no kisses. He didn't even really smile at her. He gave her nothing. Then he sat down to talk to her, but couldn't man up and be honest with her. He started to go off on this weird tangent about wanting to sleep in the spare room because he's not getting any sleep on the couch, and if he doesn't get sleep, then he's not going to be any good for her or be good in this marriage. It was just a really weird conversation. Brett could sense he was trying to say something without saying it, but she didn't call him out. I don't even think he actually stays at the apartment. I don't know if you guys realize, we never see Brett and Ryan waking up together like we do with the other couples. At this point, Ryan is just trying to leave it up to Brett to break things off with him, and that is a very cowardly move. The men in this season are very disappointing and frustrating, and I'm just over it. There's not much to say about the other three couples. They were pretty much getting along this episode. Rachel warned Jose about her summer attitude and behavior when she starts to feel bored. Zack and Michaela went on this bubble ball date, and then they wrote a poem about each other, which was sweet. Is it me, or does it feel like Lifetime is leaving out key moments for us, the viewers, to understand how exactly have Zack and Michaela gotten to a better place in their marriage? Or do you think they're just being fake? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We learned that Myrla is actually walking hype now, and she wants a dog of her own. And Gill went apartment shopping for them. I wonder if they'll show us the apartments that he was actually looking at. That's pretty much it for this episode. What do you all think about the season so far? Let's chat in the comments below. Decision day just can't come fast enough. Join me here next week. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.